Good day to the 15th of February 2025. I hope you're all well. And on this day, I'm going to look at what history took place on the 15th of February throughout time. Well, in 399, before the Common Era, the philosopher Socrates was sentenced to death by the city of Athens for corrupting the minds of the youth of the city and for impiety. Now, impiety, I've never heard the word. I've heard of piety, but not impiety. As it turns out, it's disrespect of religion, and it's also disrespect of religious people, and so it goes on. Because obviously, religious people don't like being upset. We move forward now to 590 Common Era, and then it really gets interesting because there was a guy called Kashuri II, the last great Sumerian king, and he was kinged, or crowned if you like, the king of Persia on today, the 15th of Feb. Then we leap forward, and now this is seriously exciting stuff. We leap forward to 1763, where Austria, Prussia, and Saxony signed the Treaty of Hoover-Stastenburg, marking the end of the French and Indian War and the 7-Year War. Who knew that such skirmishes were taking place? And they were having a little bit of a tussle between themselves. Not me. Anyway, who am I? After defeating the forces of General Batista, Fidel Castro, he became prime premier of the country of Cuba on this day in 1959 and transformed the island into the Western Hemisphere's first communist state. Oh, it did not put the wind up the Americans, still does. They're not happy about it still, 60 years later. And now we jump through to 1989. And this becomes interesting because, again, the Soviet military occupation of Afghanistan ends as the Soviets withdraw back across the border into Soviet land. And this is before the breakup of the Soviet empire. But it just goes to show they still can't win a war. And now we move on to 2001. And I didn't know whether to mention this or not because it doesn't mean much to me, let alone mean much to you guys. But the first genome sequence was published in the science magazine Nature. Now, I like Nature, I like reading it occasionally, but this, I don't know what the relevance was. Maybe it's the basics of life. Who knows? But it was published. Okay, and then we moved to 2003, and this one really got to me. It says an estimated, okay, 6 to 11 million people around the world protested against the war in Iraq. 6 to 11. You have a 6, you have an 11. 6 to 11 is irrelevant. I mean, it could have been 6,000,001 people, or it could have been 10 million and 535 million and one short of 11 million. It's an estimate, but it's a ridiculous estimate with a 4 million error. It's ridiculous. Sorry, as a numbers man, it annoyed me. And then finally, the first teddy bear, introduced into America by the Morris and Rose Minchton on this day. That was really good. So, feel yourself educated, and good day from the old bee. Good day.